Wintertime. Today's a cold one, but it's beautiful today. Nice snow out on the ground. Take myself a little walk. Thought I would check in. So I think this is my sort of informal response to the drama around the Woodstock Fruit Festival. And unless you're involved in the event, meaning you're attending or something, I don't know what it is. It's all crazy. But basically, in my opinion, it comes down to factions within the raw food, the vegan raw food world. There are the folks who are vegan, who don't believe in animal products. There are folks who are raw, who believe in just being raw. There are all kinds of shades and combinations thereof. Tremendous amount of talent and knowledge and ability within that landscape, all of which is collectively, working against the big corporate food machine that really generates our primary food supply. That's grown up, agribusiness, big corporate agribusiness that's grown up over the past, since World War II, 65, 75 years, maybe a little more than World War II. I don't really want to comment on it too much. I just want to talk about how it affects me, because I think the honeymoon is over. My little honeymoon with eating vegan is over. So it's a little bit of a wake-up call. I'm digesting a lot of banter on the internet that's going back between various sort of sub-factions of this healthy eating world, just within the realm of the vegans and the raw foodists and the people who think you should have more carbs if you can't get all the fruit, and people who think you should have more fats, people who think you should have less fats, people who, and all of it, I say hooray, all of it is great that people have their various opinions about how one should handle their dietary situation, but it is kind of bundled up with this ethical aspect for people, with the vegans. And if you look on Wikipedia, you see that and look up vegans, you're going to see, or veganism, you'll see that there's dietary vegans and there's ethical vegans, And I think those blur together quite a bit, the use of the word vegan, the fact that vegan is a sort of foundational word under the raw fooders, so it's sort of raw vegan, and all of it, from my perspective, is sort of splitting hairs given where I'm at in my journey, because I'm just trying to make it out of the standard American diet and raise my consciousness to what's possible with these sort of foods of the gods, the fruit and the tropical fruits and eating live food and all that jazz. I'm coming around the block here. I'm right now walking in a park that the last time I did a video in this park, I was, it had to be sort of video number 3 or 4. And it's the one where I say pain and humility, quitting coffee day 2 or something like that, And, looking back now, that's nearly 6 months ago. That was sort of the first week of May. I'm now in the first week of December. So I've come a long way, but the problem, honestly, is that I'm having certain sort of challenges. And of course, I'm learning that these challenges have been gone through before by people who've come before me, meaning people who've done this earlier than I have and have been on this journey of eating raw food, of eating vegan. I'm not entirely raw, but I eat a ton of raw food, and I eat a ton of raw fruit, mountains of it. I mean, I eat 2 bags of grapes a day now. You know, it's crazy. Oh, it's really nice out, wintertime. I'm tripping out because last time I was in this park, it was springtime. I was such a wreck too. I feel so much better in general. Okay, I really do. No eggs, no milk, no meat, no fish. No ice creams and butter and cheese and eggs, all that stuff. None of it. But here's the thing I'm learning about, because I'm going through it, is that I'm still kind of holding my weight. And I feel a lot of it here. I got a lot of it in my belly. And, you know, sometimes it's just the bloating of the fruit. When you pound a lot of fruit, I eat 5 bananas or I eat an entire bag of grapes, like I get kind of puffy. And I've seen videos that people have done about sort of, you know, the fruit tummy or whatever. But I think the bigger issue for me is that I'm learning about this tendency when you change your diet like this to eat too many fats. So for me, these are coming in 2 primary forms. One is in nuts. I eat a good amount of nuts. I don't go crazy, but I'm learning that with fats, you feel it. You feel it. You know, so you don't have to have a lot to overdo it. Which is true in my non-vegan reality before I started doing this journey, where, you know, you just eat too much. You go out to dinner, you eat some delicious sort of casserole thing, and it's just got too much butter in it, and it just takes you down the next day, you know? So I'm dealing with that now too, in terms of a vegan version. You know, I've evolved to finding this Earth Balance product, which is sort of like a vegan butter. I've found an energy egg replacer so I can bake again, and you know, but the fact is that in my total week, I'm not experiencing the buzziness I was experiencing in summer, where I was getting all my hydration through juices. I was eating these incredible spectrums of food with all of this different color and all this different fruit, all these different vegetables, fresh. Instead, what's happening is I'm eating a lot more starches. I'm eating a lot more grains. I'm having a lot more stir fries. I made this delicious vegan eggplant casserole thing that was sort of like think of like a lasagna made out of eggplant and vegetables and tomato and mushroom. It was breaded. It was awesome. But I went through over half of a, you know, medium-sized bottle of olive oil to produce this thing, and you can feel it. You know, I could feel the oil weighing me down. And furthermore, with the nuts, it's tied to sort of the snacking. I'm still in the evenings. It's as if my body says, okay, now before you go to bed, I get this hunger and I start snacking. And those snacks are from the health food store, but they're still nuts, seeds, little carob squares. You know, it's basically legit chocolate kind of, well, legit. It's almost candy. You know, I mean, it's a snack that's putting weight on me, and I'm eating before I go to bed, and I think that that's all just staying on me. Furthermore, to be completely honest, I'm not really exercising. I've experimented with it a little. I've done a little running here and there. I was fortunate enough to be given a running machine. It's a little busted, so I still have to work on it. It's kind of been a bit of my delay, but I should just do it, right? But I ran on it a couple times. It was cool. I do try to get out and walk and all, but I'm not really doing a good sweat burn type of workout, you know, a few times a week, which is probably what I should be doing. And especially now that it's winter time, I'm not moving around as much. I'm not sweating as much. And so I'm not feeling the sense of kind of like cleanliness through my body. I think I'm not drinking enough water. It wasn't a problem in the summer. I didn't need any water. I didn't drink water for 3 months. I just drank juices, mountains of them. I don't have the appetite for that much juice right now, and it's expensive, honestly. It's killing me. You know, it's really expensive. I'm going to do a video on that about, you know, the lemon ginger blast and the real dollars and cents of that kind of thing coming from Whole Foods. It's a challenge. But I guess what's important now is just this realization that the honeymoon is over. That as I listen to this battle raging sort of in the raw food, vegan, health food community that's going on around the Woodstock Fruit Festival, between the starch people and the fat people, and you know, you need more fats, you need less fats, you need more starch, you need less starch, you should eat cooked, you shouldn't eat cooked. You know, it's kind of made me realize that I'm back on my own again. For some period of months, I really had this feeling like, oh my God, I've found the answer. It's the answer to life. You know, it's like the Holy Grail. I felt like, oh my God, I found the answer to everything. But it's not, you know. I mean, even in that environment, and thanks to some of the leaders who were actually saying this, and I mean, I respect them all, I truly do. But, you know, folks are saying things like, you know, you gotta be your own decider. You gotta make the ultimate choice yourself. Don't go by dogma. Don't go by, you like a particular inspirational leader or teacher about health, and you don't have to do every little thing they say. You have to create your own combo. And I guess that's what I'm up against now. I was sort of enjoying this sensation that I'd found the answer to life, you know? And on some level, I still believe that. I mean, this is amazing, all these plant-based options that are available. But I want to have more total days in the week where I feel that peak performance energy, where there's no drag, where there's no heaviness. And what's happening to me now is I'm going raw half the time, and then I get to dinner time, and, you know, and I'm having a cooked meal. And that cooked meal, adding, you know, oils late in the day, early in the evening, in the winter, and then having some kind of snacks, which add more fat to my system, is weighing me down. And I'm not experiencing any stripping away of weight, or I don't really experience myself stripping away any gunk either, any sediment, any old stuff. I'm sort of holding pattern. And I've been this way since I tried to do the Master Cleanse, whatever, you know, I don't even know exactly how long ago that was now. 6 weeks, 2 months ago, something, and I crashed out. And I was so grateful to just like, I'm going to go back to just eating healthy and not worry about being ideal. And I'm glad I did that. But now I really want to just at least eliminate this uncomfortable feeling. And I think the burden is on me, man. I have to work at it more. So I think the burden is on me at this point to be more of a soldier in a sense about my diet, a little more of a taskmaster maybe. And I have to start balancing now this element which I now have in my life of eating healthy food with not overdoing it, and eating healthy food with too much fats, with too much oils. I have to sleep better. I have to exercise. I have to drink more water. So I'm experiencing this sort of balancing reality. Whereas before, in the middle of the summer, I'm glad I started in spring and summer because it was kind of easy compared to now. I just basically did a lot of that eating and everything kind of flowed. But now it's turning out to be hard work to make myself feel good. And I have good days, bad days, good parts of days, bad parts of days. I'd say my overall total feeling in a given week is still tremendously better than it was historically. But I want to feel good all the time. I just want to feel sharp and crisp. So that's what I'm heading for now. And that's my answer to the Woodstock Fruit Festival craziness, is to basically it's a reminder to me in the end that all of these inputs are terrific, but it's on me at the end. I mean, I'm stuck having to decide what the right balance is for me at the right time, and not get too drawn into the complexities of the various factions, because there's fanatics. There's crazy fanatics in every niche of the community who go psycho when people don't do it exactly the way they think it needs to be done. So I really appreciate the people who keep an open mind and who keep respectful, because I'm the perfect case study of some middle-aged guy who just, you know, has lived on a standard American diet his whole life. And sure, I've, you know, known I could juice or eat salads, and I have increased those things tremendously in my life overall in the past couple decades, but I just continued to eat unhealthy food right alongside it. You know, going to McDonald's while I eat big salads, but also go to McDonald's, you know. Make stir fries, but still eat barbecue, you know. So now I'm at a new place where I have to reset and reestablish my sense of ownership over this, and once again head toward, you know, feeling better on a more consistent basis. And it's getting more complicated. It is just getting more complicated. I almost feel like my body's figuring me out. I feel like my body is figuring me out. All right, I'm signing off for now. Thought I would take that cool walk. It's winter time. I'm off. Peace out.